Yeah, hello, beautiful people, beautiful, great people, and my African brothers and sisters. Today, I'm going to be talking briefly about a topic I called the pre-colonial African science and technology versus the colonizers' science and technology. You see, I weep when I hear an ignorant African brother or sister say that the colonizers coming to enslave and colonize us was a blessing that brought us civilization. A lot of my African brothers and sisters say this, and it makes me weep, and I feel sad. You know, it makes my stomach churn as this is so absurd and degrading. So absurd. How can a black man have lost all esteem and all sense of his true history, while subjecting himself to a level of reasoning where he truly sees himself as nothing and worthy of nothing than a slave which was made of him? It's absurd. Think about it. Now, one reason for this type of reasoning is because the history they have seen or read is the one the colonizer had written for them, while they never find out their own real true history. And another reason is this, and another reason is the psychological damage of the perpetual suppression and submission which resulted from the forceful introduction of the colonizers' Abrahamic religions, which has made my African brothers and sisters eternally brainwashed and submissive. And all you now do is just believe and have blind faith in everything they tell you, in everything you're being taught by them, while robbing you of the power of your own truth, which majorly explains why Africa is the way she is today. You see, whether you believe it or not, black is the origin of life and civilization, where every science and technology emanated from, not until the predators infiltrated us and labeled our science and technology evil, bad, and barbaric, you know. But meanwhile, they carted away with all our imagery and artifacts, locked up and heavily guarded in their museums and universities, instead of burning and destroying them, if truly they were evil as they claim. My African people, wake up and don't be deceived. You see, technology is simply a means or tool of enhancing your natural abilities. Example, a microphone enhances your speaking ability. It amplifies your voice. A telephone enhances your communication, ability, while a plane or a car enhances your mobility or your movement. No, these same technologies our ancestors possessed. They could communicate, do distance communication. Without even a phone. They could travel long distance in a few moments, in a few minutes. They could do things. They had perfect justice system and many other things. How? Just because they understood nature and they leveraged on nature and the understanding of the cosmos as a whole. And this is what the colonizers saw and came to plunder and steal, while brainwashing you into his own religion, into his own fake religion that doesn't even work. Calling your own stuff, your own spirituality, your own powers, your own science and technology, calling it juju, calling it evil and barbaric, and he came to steal yours. Now, he stole your powers. He rendered you incapacitated and unproductive, made you dormant and submissive through his religion, and now selling you back, selling all these things back to you through the technology you now know. They also plunder. Don't forget that they also plunder your natural resources, and they keep plundering till today and selling this back to you. Now, you should understand this also, that even the most modern inventions, from your internet to your cell phones to major medical and scientific breakthroughs, and all great inventions are mostly done by black people. But all of this covered up to discredit the power of the black mind. The only thing they have done well are deadly weapons of mass destructions and bombs. What a mind! Now, do you ever know that the first surgery that was done in the world was a cataract surgery and was done by Africans in Africa? Even before the colonizers you ignorantly thought brought you civilization never had a single hospital. Do you know that? Now, you see, the prowess and accuracy of African science and technology is one that has been downplayed ever since Africans encountered the Europeans, the Arabs, and the Americans. Over the centuries, the colonizer has systematically replaced our ancient breakthroughs with their supposedly modern breakthroughs through religion and deliberate government policies, while our ancient science and technology has been painted as barbaric and inaccurate. Among so many, now there were great pyramids were built, such as were found in some parts of Egypt and in some part of Africa, like Egypt and in Nigeria, Enugu specifically in Nigeria. Plus great inventions that the colonial predators cannot even explain and are downplayed till today, such as the Igbo Uku Taurus model of the universe. Have you heard about that? A replica of the universe that had never been built or done till today, and this was even made popular by the popular scientist Stephen Hawking. In his book A Brief History of Time, from the Black Holes to the Big Bang, and another by Michio Kaku in his book Hyperspace, A Scientific Odyssey Through Parallel Universes. All of these and many more were evidences, of African inventions in cosmology, science, medicine, surgery, mathematics, astronomy, agriculture, art, music, and above all, spirituality. Now, the Greeks themselves testified to have learnt from the blacks. Go through, find out for yourself, So, do you know that if it wasn't for the colonizers' interference, massive disruption and destruction, Africa would have been much, much more greater on her own and would have evolved faster than anyone else on this planet? Do you know? Think about it. So next time an ignorant, oppressed, submissive, and a weak-minded African brother or sister tells you that the colonizers brought us civilization and salvation, tell them to go study their real history, and not the one written for them or the one taught them in school to brainwash them by the oppressors. If they ever, and them and their generation, if they ever want to be free, we have to break out from this bond of slavery if we ever want to be free. But most importantly, as human beings, we need to start looking inward, instead of outward, to touch the divine button in us if we ever want to be blissful and ecstatic in this already chaotic and delusional world which we have created for ourselves, not God, but we did it for ourselves. And if we are ever going to achieve our existential and eternal purpose, then we need to go inward. Thanks for being there. Some other time I'll be coming with a second part of this. Thanks for being there. Love you. Love you all the ecstasy and all the bliss. Bye.